Hello Cloud Gurus, and welcome to this lecture on how to federate Active Directory with the AWS console. This can come up in the exam in a couple of forms, so I just wanted for you to understand exactly how it's done and what order it's done. So if we just start off, imagine a user's at home, they're working from home and they need to log into the AWS console, and they're working on their own home network, so they haven't already signed into the work network. What they would do is they'd browse to a URL, and in the example we've got fully qualified domain name here /adfs/ls/IDP initiated sign-on. And this is basically an ADFS web server that sits inside a DMZ, inside someone's corporate network. And you would browse to that link and it would give you a username and password depending on your browser, but basically it prompts you to sign in using your Active Directory credentials. It's also known as single sign-on, or SSO, if you've ever used that term before. So you type your SSO in there and you would sign into your Active Directory environment. When you do that, basically you receive a SAML assertion. SAML basically stands for Secure Assertive Markup Language, and a SAML assertion is in the form of an authentication response from the ADFS. So you're basically going to get a little cookie that you store inside your browser that says that you've signed on, and then your browser points to the SAML assertion to the AWS sign-on endpoint for SAML, and behind the scenes basically sign-in uses the assume role with SAML API to request temporary security credentials, and then constructs a sign-in URL for the AWS Management Console. And then basically you'll be able to log into the Amazon Web Console. So what I want you to take away from this lecture is two things, because they're relevant to the exams. The first one is, can you authenticate with Active Directory? The answer is yes, and it's using SAML. So it will ask you, using what type of authentication. So just remember the acronym SAML. And then the other question that can come up is whether or not you're authenticating to Active Directory first and then given a temporary security credential, or if you get the temporary security credential first, which is then authenticated against Active Directory. And of course the correct answer is you always authenticate against Active Directory first, and then you would be assigned the temporary security credential. So that's the two times I've seen it come up in the exam. It comes up in the Solutions Architect exam, specifically around what protocol you use, and then it comes up in the Developer exam in terms of the order. But a lot of the exam questions between the Solutions Architect exam and the Developer exam are basically shared, so I thought I'd just quickly make this lecture to cover both off. So if you have any questions, please let me know, but if not, feel free to move on to the next section. Thank you.